Hi guys, I'm back in the garden. It's a really beautiful day today. It's not particularly sunny, but it is quite mild, quite warm. As you can see, I've got no coat on. So I thought I'd sit out in the garden today, have a little cuppa, and I will show you my haul from a few different places. And this is garden products. Well, garden products apart from one thing, which is this candle. And this candle is from the range. I did pop in there yesterday. The range for me personally has got the best home accessories from all the shops put together. Home Bargains, B&M, all of them put together. The range has got the best, but they didn't have many garden accessories, which is a bit of a disappointment. But they do the most beautiful candles, and this is a candle I've never seen before. It's eucalyptus and sea salt. I've tried lots and lots of their candles and they always burn really well, and they smell gorgeous, so I had no doubts that this would smell really nice too, and it does. Oh, it's lovely. You get a lot of that eucalyptus coming through, but it's a very sweet eucalyptus rather than like a minty fragrance. And there's the sea salt in there, so that element of freshness. Yeah, beautiful. And this was $3.99. So yeah, really like their candles. I did pop into Asda, and I'm going to show you a few bits that I got from Asda. So I got 2 bottles of their tomato food. This is $3.95, and this, although it says tomato food, this is a really good all-purpose food for feeding the garden. So yeah, I use this in my watering container, and this time of year the soil is very dry, so I like to go around and give everything a really good water, and popping this in really just gives the plants the nutrients that it needs, and really sets them off for the season. Now I will say I am very much an amateur gardener, very much. I am not an expert at all. If you need expert gardening advice, don't come to me. Don't come to me. But yeah, I love my garden, and what I share with you is things that I've picked up over the years, and it's always worked for me, but I'm no expert, so these work really well for me. So I always pick up a couple of bottles of these, and throughout the season I will pick up a few more. Okay, other things that I got from Asda was, oh please, somebody, I swear somebody needs to hold me back. Honestly, I just cannot resist buying plants. Honestly, it's just as well I haven't got a husband, because I'd be in so much trouble, I tell you. So yeah, I just can't resist. So this is a scented jasmine. There you go. And this one was £12, and it's grown on quite a lot. They do like the really small, like really tiny ones that come about that big in the pot, like they're just starting off, and you can usually get 2, I think it's 3 for a £5 you can get, but obviously it's going to take a good year or 2 for it to get to this size. So I really like this, and look at all the buds up here, absolutely beautiful, and it runs all the way through it as well. So it's a scented jasmine. I have had a jasmine back here somewhere, but it with the fences coming down, it kind of died. So but I love jasmine, and with jasmines like this I like to keep it close to the house, because when you open the door in the summer, oh, especially at night, you're going to get that beautiful fragrance come through. So when I choose my plants, I like to see them with lots of growth, but also lots of buds on. There were some that they were as big as this, because this is a big plant, as you can see. There were some which was just as tall, but they didn't have many of these buds on. So for me, it's I've got to get my money's worth, so they've got to have lots and lots of buds on. Something like this, I'm going to just pot up, and then I'm going to get an obelisk so that it grows up the obelisk. The obelisk is like that triangular frame. And then I'm going to keep this near the back door. So yeah, so really pleased with it. £12, a bit more than I would normally pay for a plant, but I just fell in love with it. I thought it was so pretty, and I do love jasmine. Okay, also from Asda, I picked up some of this, which is the all-purpose plant food. So whenever I'm planting up like say my jasmine, I will put 2/3 of soil in the pot, then put my plant in, and then sprinkle like a capful of this and mix it into the soil, and then put the rest of the soil on top. So this is a slow release, so as you water the plant, all of these little balls will just slowly release all the nutrients into the soil and feed the plant. So yeah, I'm always got these. If I see them on offer, I will pick them up. But this one was £6 in Asda. They do have them in Tesco's for the same price, and also Aldi and Lidl tend to do them as well, but they tend to be, I think I've seen them for £5.95 in Aldi's, so not much difference. But yeah, always pick these up whenever I see them. Okay, then also from Asda, oh my days, what am I like? Seriously, I tell you, I'm surprised I can afford to eat the amount of money I spend on the garden, but I had to get this. This is a pear tree. So I've got an apple tree, and the apple tree has been in this garden, I think, from when the house was built back in the 60s. So I reckon the apple tree is at least 60 years old, and every year it produces the most beautiful crop of apples. And when I say crop, I mean a glut. It produces absolutely loads every single year. And I thought it's by time I got a pear tree, and this was £7, and this is conference pears. So it comes in this bag like this, and it comes just as a root. You can see the roots there. So this needs to be planted up quite quickly. Now I'm not able to plant up today. Well, I don't think so anyway, because I'm going out this afternoon. So that's why I've burst the bag, just so that it stops sweating. There we go. There we go. Let's take this off. So again, when I'm looking for the plant, you could see it's got shoots. It's growing. There's lots of buds on that as well. Whereas some of the plants, some of the apple trees, there was no buds on them. And I'm like, you're not coming home with me, mate, if you're not budding. No, not happening. I need to have it with buds, because then I know that it's got a good head start, it's going to produce, and it's going to be absolutely fine. So, and it's got buds all the way. Let me just take it out. All the way, well, most of the way down it. Hasn't got anything down here, but yeah, so from here you got buds, and on this one, which comes down here, it's got buds, and this is a long shoot from here, and it's got buds. So yeah, so I'm excited. So with a plant like this, I'm going to plant it up probably tomorrow. I'm going to pot it. This is going to be potted, and yeah, maybe next year. I can't imagine getting fruit this year, although I could be wrong, but I'm not holding out for that. But next year I'm kind of expecting your conference pears. Yeah, so there we go. It's a tall one as well. I'd say it was about a good 4.5 foot. This is, yeah. Okay. Oh, nearly took the eye out then. Okay. Also from Asda, I picked up, not very exciting, but I picked up some bleach. 2 bottles of bleach, and this is the large bottles, and I think it was £1.19 or something for this big size. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with the bleach in the garden in just a moment, guys. But first, let me just carry on with my haul. Then I bought, I have to go and get it, excuse me. Then I got this. This is the Coupinol, and it's the Coupinol does 3 types of garden paint, and I always like the duck's back because well, I bought it to paint my fences, and also I've got the black to paint the shed as well. But it has let me tell you guys, so I used to go always for the cheapest. I used to get the B&M fence paint. Nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong. And I used to wait till the end of the season and buy like this great big 20-litre tub for like a £5. It was proper bargain, and it was fine. It did the job. However, last year, or was it, no, 2 years ago, God, I feel ever so warm. 2 years ago, oh, my glasses are all steaming up. 2 years ago, I wanted to paint the shed black. So it just recedes, and I just thought the black would look really nice against the green foliage in the garden, and it does. I'll show you as I'm taking you around. So B&M Home Bargains, they don't do black in the paint. Well, not what I wanted and where I got it from. So I ended up buying Coupinol, and it was a bit more than I expected to pay, but I bought it anyway, and I gave it to my gardener, and he painted the sheds. And when I came home, let me tell you, I was blown away. Not by the fact that he'd painted the fence, but by the quality of the paint and the sheen that was left on the shed. Blown away. And every year since, we've painted the sheds black, and I'm looking at the shed behind the camera now, and honestly the sheen on it is beautiful, and you don't get that. Well, I didn't get that with the B&M, with the B&M paint. Didn't get that at all. The B&M was very matte and very flat, but the sheen, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. When I come to take you around, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to be painting all of these fences. I've got 4 panels on this side. I've got some trees back there, but I'm not going to bother with painting those because they're quite obscured. And then I've got 4 panels on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to paint them. At the moment, as you can see, they're kind of like that cedar wood colour, but I'm going to paint them. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to stick with Coupinol because I love the finish on it. And this one is dusted aloe, so you could see it there. And it's in the green family, and I think it's a shade between green and silver. I really wanted like a mint or a willow colour, but they didn't have it, so I thought I'd get the dusted willow. I'm going to hold on to it because if I'm out and about before I start painting, if I do see the willow that I want, I will swap it. But in the absence of that, I've just got the dusted aloe. So what I wanted was, I was going to paint my fences black actually, but then when I thought about it, I thought it might be, especially being close to the house, it might make it feel a bit dark and enclosed and intense. Whereas I thought if I paint it a lighter colour, then I've got that air of freshness. yeah, so that was my thinking. And then I've got the black in on the sheds. So yeah, so that's my thinking. So ended up buying this. This is 5 litres, and this was £20 for this. This was from B&Q. Okay, and then the last thing that I wanted to share with you was this. So I was in Lidl today. I wanted to see what plants they had, and oh my days, oh my days. I've taken a video, and I'll pop it in here for you, but I'll also do a shorts. And they've got some there. It's, you know, Lidl now, they only bring out a small amount of plants each week, but they had kumquats. I know, kumquats, you know, citrus fruits, and I picked one up, and I was going to buy it. It was 20 quid, and then I just thought, Angela, you're going to be broke at this rate? Seriously? Because they also had caldemons, and I've got a caldemon already, and it's in the house. I've got a caldemon and a lemon tree, and I bring them in the house over the winter. And then maybe in May I'll bring them outside when the last frost is gone. But yeah, so I was going to buy it, and I just thought no, because it's very similar. It's very, very similar to what I've got. And it's not putting out any fruit this year. Oh no, I feel cheated. It put out the most beautiful fruit last year, but there's nothing this year. Anyway, I picked this up. This is viola. No, it's pansies. Violas are the really tiny ones, and the larger ones are pansies. And I picked this up, and this was £2.99. I thought it was okay for the price until I got to Asda. And Asda has got, you can buy 3 packs for a £5. I know. So it works out at about 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 160, 170 a pack. And this was £2.99. So this, not good value. Not good value. So I think I'm going to take this back. Oh no, I'm a cheapskate. I'm going to take this back. And I'm going to get to Asda. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to take this back because this is good value for me. Or maybe I might keep it. I don't know. So that's all that I've got in my garden haul. So my first job, I think, is I'm going to plant up my pear tree, and yeah, plant up my pear tree, and also my jasmine, I think. So let me just quickly show you around, guys, in what we've done so far. Okay, come with me. Let me have a sip of my tea first. Lovely. Okay, let me take you around. So here we see. So my good friend came, and he put the pressure washer on the patio. Okay, excuse me, this is where I was sitting doing my haul just. So you could see there were some spots that came up reasonably well, but I'm not happy with it. Not that he didn't do a good job, he did. It's just the mould on the patio, because this is a northeast facing garden, so the patio is often quite mouldy like that. Now, I have tried in the past lots and lots of patio cleaners. I've read all the reviews, and some people say the patio cleaners are fantastic, the best thing ever. I've tried patio cleaners, and oh goodness me, they've never worked for me. Never. I've done them on the patio, I've done them on the drive. But a couple of years ago, not long after I moved into the house, and I was trying to clean up all of this patio, crazy paving area here, a lady said to me, I was in Wilko. Who remembers Wilko? Drop a comment if you remember Wilko. But a lady said to me, she said, she came up to me and she said, do you know, she said, my love, she says, forget those. The best thing to do is to buy some bleach and a garden scrubbing brush and make a solution with hot soapy water and bleach, and she said, and just scrub the patio with it. She says that will bring up the mould. So that's why I've bought the bleach. I'm gonna give that a go. So what I did last week is I moved off all my plants over here. You can see they all were down there, down this area here. So I've moved them all off hit to here so that we could do the patio. So these will just sit here whilst it's happening. And I just want to show you, I don't know if you can see with this one here, this was one of my Poundland plants. That's the raspberry that's really coming on now. Really pleased with that. This one's another Aldi, sorry, not Aldi, Poundland, another Poundland plant. There's another one just there that's starting to bud. So I'm really pleased with my Poundland plants. I have done, yeah, there's another one there. So 1, 2, 3, and my Poundland, oh, and 4, where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, and my Poundland plants. So they're all coming on really nicely. I do have another couple. So, oh, here we go. There's another couple over here as well. They're coming on okay. So yeah, there's some soil that my son picked up for me that I'm going to use to plant up. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is oh, and the other thing I wanted to show you was I bought some strawberries. Bought some strawberry plants from Lidl the other week, and I've planted them up here. This is in my window box. So yeah, because I had some last year and they were, oh my days, absolutely beautiful. But I'm kind of thinking, I was looking back at some pictures of my garden last year, and last year, like in these containers here, I had my petunias and the display was just fantastic. I will put some pictures up if I can find some. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I get all this patio cleaned up and everything, then and I'm arranging the garden, I think what I'm going to do is take out these strawberries and pop them elsewhere and keep all of this area for my petunias. And then here I planted up my freesias and my irises from Poundland. And again, when they start to grow, because obviously I can't see them yet, but when they start to grow and I know where they are, I can take them up and move them. But yeah, I'm going to keep all of this, and also this is empty. This hasn't got any soil in it, but what I do is I pot up like the containers, and then I put it in here, because then it's just not too heavy. So there we go, that's the garden, how it's looking at the moment. I've got my camellia is starting to, the display is gonna be stunning on this camellia. And yeah, lots of work. I've still got to tackle back up there, all of this area. I need to get up there and do that. So yeah, there's loads happening in the garden. Okay guys, so that is it from me. So whatever you're doing today, or whenever you're watching this video, have a lovely day, and I will see you very soon. Take care now. Bye.